What's going on, guys? Your boy Maze. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, me doing the should you summon for the upcoming spring festival Gowther, and if you guys should be summoning on the banner. If you guys enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to like and subscribe, as your boy Maze is gonna be posting a ton of videos like this, guys. And if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. And with that out of the way, guys, we're gonna hop in and go over Gowther's banner. We're gonna go over his kit. We're gonna be discussing, what's gonna be coming in the future and why you might want to save your gems, or maybe you want to summon. We're going to be talking about that all in this video. Alright, guys, starting with the banner itself, let's actually go to the rate tier and we'll talk about the characters that are featured. Now, we have the brand new Festival Gowther himself, so he's going to be at a 0.25% rate out of a total of 4% rates right here. And as you guys can see, we also do have some other characters that were pretty desirable considering, their release times. Like, look at Hell from last year, right? She is a 0.15%. Same with Mael. Mael's actually rerunning again as well. This is his second rerun ever that he's ever had. We do also have Queen Diane. The one Escanor, obviously not a great character. Same with Lolly Merlin. At this point, I don't think is a great character. Margaret's definitely, a nice pickup. Escanor's on the banner too. LR Liz is on the banner. That's another character that's definitely very desirable. So she's going to be a character people definitely want. Green Gowther's going to be on the banner. He could definitely finesse you if you pull him and not the new Gowther. That had to happen actually on my JP. You have Christmas Elaine. You have the Green Brunhild. You have Red Matrona. Green Sariel, Red Tarmiel, Red Freyr. We have Summer Diane as well. Green Chandler, Blue Cusack, Jelly King, which is a really good character right now, especially with the new Demonic Beast, guys, so bear that in mind. Green Ludociel, Red Miguelda. We have Tristan as well. Tyr is on the banner too. And then Green Freya and Green Ela. So overall, I mean, the filler for the banner is actually, like, for the most part, is good. I mean, the only bad filler on the banner, I would say, is actually the one Escanor, Lolly Merlin, and then I guess Green Escanor, and then the Elaine. I mean, and I guess you could say, like, obviously Brunhild as well, like Matrona, and if you have Summer Diane already, then Summer Diane and like Ludo. But for the most part though, the banner is pretty good, and for all the characters that are on it, it is actually not bad at all. So yeah, I mean, for the banner itself, that's going to be the rates right there, guys. Now, moving on, we do also have the SSR and UR, which right now is bugged on the game. So we're actually not able to click the icon to see what the rates are looking like. But it looks like it's going to be UR rate up. And I think it'll be about, what, like 16% for UR. So pretty much what it'll translate to, guys, is that this will be 0.5% scaled up to if a guarantee SSR. Like, that's what it would be. So they're going to obviously scale up the percent. I think it's a 1 in 16. If I'm not mistaken, so a 16% chance to get Gowther on that, and then the rest of the characters will be split for the SSR on that. And then if we once you hit the 900, guys, you are guaranteed one copy of the brand new Gowther. So now that we've gone over his banner, let's actually hop into his kit information, and we'll explain what the character is able to do. Alright, guys, so we got the Sacred Treasure podcast pulled up where we posted the full translations for the brand new Gowther. Now let's actually go over here and actually see what this character is all about to let you guys know if he's gonna be worth summoning. So starting with his passive here, guys, for each ally of the characteristics of Sendilison's allies, those allies' basic stats will increase by 5%, and each time you use a buff skill, you'll be given a rank enhancement for 2 turns. Now, rank enhancement down here, if you guys see it right here, is when an ally uses a skill, additional effects will be given depending on their rank. So rank 1 will be 30% pierce rate. On rank 2, you'll get 10% crit resistance nullified, and then 30% pierce rate. And then the rank 3 is going to be 10% crit resistance and 20% crit defense nullified. So that's going to be the rank enhancement effect. Now, moving on from that, guys, we do also have for each debuff removed on the allies whenever you cleanse, right, you do also get 2% max HP up to a maximum of 20%. And then also, if 3 allies of different races each use 1 or more skills during an ally's turn, their skills will rank up, and additional character races have 2 races. So if a character that you attack with also has an additional race, that race will count too. So a character like Sigurd, where he's demon and human, if you do a Gowther attack and then do a Sigurd attack, you will get the rank up for the 3rd skill. So that's kind of how that works. Now, moving on to his first skill here, guys, he's going to have the Vicious Arrow, which is going to be dealing pierce damage equal to 450% of attack to a single enemy and reducing the special move gauge by 3. So pierce is obviously going to be tripling your pierce rate. So whatever your pierce rate stat is going to be triple that when you do the attack. So obviously just a ton of extra damage on that skill. And then moving on, guys, we do have Interstellar Intersection, which is actually going to be a upgraded rank up skill. So now, normally what rank up does is it's going to be, on rank 1, it ranks up a single character skill. Rank 2 it's going to be the everyone ranked up, and then on rank 3 it's going to be increasing basic stats, but now it's actually going to have a cleanse effect on it as well. So it's going to be cleanse on rank 1 for only one person, and then on rank 2 it's going to cleanse all allies, and then rank 3 obviously again it's going to cleanse all allies, which is very, very strong. And then moving on to the ultimate here, guys, give all allies a Pierce Guardian effect for 3 turns, and Pierce Guardian is going to be basic stat increased by 30%, and this is, bearing in mind guys, it's at the 6 out of 6, so 30%. When cancelled, your skill ranks will increase, and then for the crush effect, which is the other effect on the actual ultimate itself, is going to be for each special move gauge of yours, 40% additional damage. So obviously if you're ulting, you know, it's an ult, so I guess you have, what, always 200% additional damage, right? Because it's or what is that? Is that? Yeah, it is. 200% additional damage every time. And it disables these skills of all skills in general. So that's going to be block effect pretty much. And I think it's going to block effect everything. So I think that includes stances. I think that includes cleanse. I'm not too sure about that. But I think for the most part, that is what that's able to do. So that is pretty much the kit right there for Gowther, guys. Now let's actually move back to the game. And I'll give you guys my final thoughts on what I think about this Gowther and if you guys should be summoning. Alright guys, now should you be summoning for the brand new Spring Festival Gowther? In my opinion, man, it's a toss-up because there is a situation where I do think that this Gowther is worth it. And the main situation is that this character is a UR Festival. When is this character going to rerun, guys? It's the same thing I kind of had with Chaos Arthur and the idea of why I wanted people to summon on Arthur. You know, Arthur is a very, very good character. He's a support. He's a damage dealer. He has longevity. With this Gowther, I think it's the exact same thing. I think Gowther is going to be really good alongside 7 Deadly Sins of the Future. He works really, really well with them. He gives them basic stats. He gives them rank up. He has, you know, the extra HP for them, which I think is very, very nice. And another thing, again, as I mentioned, like, he's a UR Festival. When is he gonna rerun? That's the real question, guys. I think this character might not rerun until New Year's. So if you're willing to wait till New Year's for this character rerun, then by all means, I think this is an easy skip. I mean, and you know, that's gonna be fairly doable, right? I think the banner itself, though, is good. So if you have gems, I mean, it's not like it's a bad banner or something. I mean, you got, you know, first ever Hell rerun. You got Mael's second rerun, which is really good. Queen Diana is still a viable character in the game. Dawn Esther is obviously not that great. Lolly Moon is not that great. Margaret's really good still. LR Asner is good if you don't have dupes. LR Liz, right? So obviously, guys, like, throughout the banner, there's gonna be some pretty good filler, and you know, obviously you take your picks like Tyr, you know, like the Green Freya, you got Jelly King, you know, even the Demon Backlines, right? Like, it's not bad. So I think overall, if you would like have the gems, it could be worth summoning. And if you want, you know, every festival in the game, then I mean, summoning on Gowther is gonna be the way to go. One more thing though, guys, I do want to mention as well is that, and I'll pull it up here. Give me a second. All right, guys. So right here, this is the leaks that 70S Leaks put out. So Shield Hero collab is returning. Philo has a new leg model and will be having an unreleased costume. The collab date is unknown. For you guys that don't know, the collab that we're going to be getting is going to be end of April. So right now we're at end of March right now, and going into April, at the end of April, we're going to be getting this collab. Now, if you really, really like Shield Hero and you haven't summoned on its initial run, then you might want to save gems for that. You might want to skip Gowther. You might want to actually save your gems for that, because that's going to be coming at the end of April, most likely, because that is the next collab, you know, time slot, right? That's kind of when we're expecting the next collab. Now, after that, though, remember that the anniversary is going to be end of May, so you don't really have a lot of time to be saving gems. You have to decide on what you're going to be summoning on, if you are going to be summoning on a lot of these things, right? So that's just definitely something that I thought you guys might want to think about before making that decision and summoning on Gowther right now, because, you know, it's still going to be kind of a tough situation, and it really does depend on like where your account's at, and you know, if you do think it's going to be worth summoning. Now, overall, guys, I do think Gowther is a worthwhile character pickup. So if you are wondering, like, is he a good character? He's definitely a good character. If you do want to get this Gowther, go for it. If you want to skip, I think that's fine too. I think it really comes down to if you value the character and how you want to, you know, see fit with your account and your gems. I did make a video saying that you are able to get 900 gems for this festival throughout the entire banner. So even though it is kind of a, you know, a slap in the face that we got another festival a month after, you are still able to technically pity him from 0 gems, which I think is nice. But, you know, then again, as I mentioned, guys, this festival is, you know, right in between the next, you know, collab and JP Annie, so it's going to be a really tough situation. Another thing that might sway you guys in terms of, you know, getting this character and doing something, you know, in the game is going to be Heroes Arena, because remember, now he's actually a boost character for the next, what is that, 4 weeks? So the next 4 weeks, he's going to be a 20% all stats booster, and then on the last week, he's going to be a 10%. So for pretty much 4 weeks of this Heroes Arena, you can do Challenger going second with this character on a Sins team. It's definitely doable. So if you guys are thinking about Heroes Arena and the value he provides in that, I think it is really, really good, because he's giving a lot of basic stats, he's giving a lot of HP. So, you know, if you're thinking in the Heroes Arena sense, then Gowther is definitely worth. But overall, though, guys, it comes down to whether you want to value Gowther, and, you know, if you think that it's worth pulling for him right now in the landscape of the game, whereas, you know, maybe you want to be saving your gems for JP Annie, maybe you want to save them for the collab. It's really up to you. So that's going to be my decision right there. I would say if you want to summon, it's not a bad idea, but it's also not a bad idea to skip. So my real answer here, guys, is it's up to you. Okay, that's the real answer at the end of the day. You know, it's hard to say if this character is worth summoning for, because I do think he's a great character, but the thing is, we got a lot of good things coming up, and if you are going to be summoning on those, hard to say to, you know, summon on this banner when you can summon on those other things. So there you guys go, man. Hopefully that was helpful and at least gave you an informed decision on what you might decide with your account. But that's going to be that, and I'm going to see you guys on the next video, man. Peace out and have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.